Hello, everybody. We had a really nice last week. I was super happy with some of the trades that we took. I won't take the time to review all of them. I think that we've talked a lot about our past trades and everything that's been going on, and it's been really well. I personally have had one of the best trading weeks I've had in a while, and it's just simply because the trading conditions were there. Being able to short virtually the Pico top, get a move down, long in here, trade it back up to here, do the same here and here. And I did not short in here, and that's okay. It is what it is. I'm still short from the very top. Took a handful of trades on ETH and LTC, all of which played out at the very least to take profit one. So it's been a really nice week. I've been very happy with everything there. We'll go ahead and zoom out here before we dive in too deeply to local price action, okay? And let's get rid of all this. Yeah, so, ultimately the plan has been for a really long time, right? Where I've sort of said, we have this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I said, in hindsight, I think that this is going to have been a really obvious place to short and have a rejection. I'm at the very least going to trade this down to 27,200, which is kind of that key level that we had talked about for a while, but nonetheless, this is the macro plan is playing out really nicely. Okay, this was I'm very happy with how things are playing out. So from here, we're just going to kind of have to wait and see. I know a lot of people are kind of watching this wedge. I'm not particularly a big fan of this wedge, but I think that there's better confluences to sort of tackle this price action right now. We'll go back to kind of our more local PA. What led to our short? If we go on a daily time frame, we can look at our macro short position. We could see to the day, almost to the dollar, got this great entry here. And again, looking to trade it down to this 27,200 zone at the very least, if not holding it for longer. In my opinion, the wave 5 has been put in here. This is the bear market rally high. I do not expect us to take out this high at all. So if we do get some kind of a pump, if at all, no matter how close we get to this high, I will definitely be looking to short that position with my stop loss above the high, because like I said, I don't believe that we're going to be taking it out according to the current analysis. Okay. The long plan, again, this is looking back to, or looking down to that 27.2 level, and I said I could see one of a couple things happening. We hit here and we get a move up, or we deviate the level, get a move down to this order block here with this monthly naked point of control at about 26,400. Whether it's a deviation or whatever it might be, this is still some kind of a setup that I'm looking for. So we'll have to wait and see. And kind of what I was predicting initially was, something like this, and you can see that that's playing out pretty damn well so far. Keeping that zone 21,200 in mind, I was really looking for like this move down here, some kind of a consolidation with, a lower high, which we didn't really get. Instead, we kind of got these equal highs here that looks like they could get swept. And then to get a move down to this zone here, which we would consolidate for a period of time and then get a move down. I'm expecting a little bit more volatility than what I had originally predicted here, just because the FOMC meeting is around the corner, and I do think it could instigate some volatile price action. So moving all that aside, these are all, previous plans that we had been looking at. Let's go ahead and take a look at current price action and, where we can kind of go from here. And like what can we determine from where we're at right now? Okay. I'd like to pull up, this is a upwards trend that we've been following for a period of time. This has been really, really nice. Very well respected. You can even see here helping hold down price from breaking out here even. So that's really nice. And then two, we can add on. Let's see if I can find this. This sideways channel here, right? And we can see, no coincidence there, that we have hit basically right at the cross of these 2 points, okay? So this was, resistance, broke through, hit the top, broke back down, midline, right? Deviation, beautiful, back down, broke back in, and then again, this area sort of all held as resistance, and now we're, at the bottom of that, the upwards and the sideways channels here. And I think at the very least that this could provide, maybe some kind of a bounce to the midline. Okay, I really wouldn't be expecting a whole lot more than that with the current information available. All right, so you can see, keep that in mind, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and hide this. Just keep that in mind, okay, that we have that there. We can go to, I already kind of took the liberty of getting this all set up. So local long here, all right? So we have this nice H6 order block here. We can go ahead and go to the 6-hour time frame so you can see it more clearly. There it is. This nice H6 order block currently acting as support along with the bottom of the channel. We have a daily naked point of control at virtually the bottom of this H6 OB. It's a little bit above, and for that reason I've said that I wouldn't be surprised if we got one more move down, tapped it, and then maybe started getting a move up. Okay, don't need those. Yeah, so I've adjusted this long to have my stop loss down here below these, below the H6 order block and below the naked point of control. And if we do get a move down, I hope to, because I entered a partial position here, not a full size position. And if we do get this move down, I would look to compound that long and hopefully get my entry, more down here, more along like the 29K zone. If I can average my entry down sort of somewhere around there, that would be great. Let's see, what else do we have here? We have a potential wedge. I'm not crazy about this wedge, but it's there. And right now it does target about that 30K zone-ish, a little bit higher. Yeah, I'm not crazy about this, but it is something to keep in mind. There is one other thing here. We do have a potential, it's a little bit messy, but we do have this potential bearish shark harmonic here. So between the bearish shark, a potential wedge, this H6 OB, and this naked point of control below us, I wouldn't be surprised to see, and of course the intersection of the sideways channel and the upwards channel here. I wouldn't be surprised to see some kind of a bounce. I don't really love this zone for a bounce, and I'm definitely not gonna go crazy high conviction long. As you guys know, when I was up here, I had very high conviction on a short. I don't necessarily feel that same way about this area, but I can't ignore what the chart is saying, and it's it's telling me that there is some possibility here for a bounce, right? That said, whatever bounce we do get out of this, I don't think it's going to take us to new highs. Again, to me, it's very important to emphasize that, pumps are not to be expected to be continuation. These pumps are basically going to be sort of exit pumps, in my opinion. So let's keep that in mind. If we do get a move down here, I may, look to enter more of my long position. Because I do think that there's a degree of confluence here that we can't necessarily ignore. Okay. One more thing I will point out, if we take a look at our daily levels, we do have, where is it here? Oh no, it was a monthly. This old monthly level here, you know, you can see it's right on top of the H6 OB. This last 6 hour, 4 hour, 3 hour, 2, nope, not the 2 hour and not the 1 hour. So higher time frame, 3, 4, 6, 12, and maybe the daily up to this point have all held this monthly, this old monthly level as support. If we continue to see that monthly hold a support like on a higher time frame, so say, you know, we do kind of get this move down and then we come back up and close above here, or if the daily closes above here, you know, that would sort of reaffirm for me that this zone is holding a support, and we can at the very least expect some kind of a small bounce to, you know, maybe like that 29.730K zone, right? It's at least somewhere in here, and then sort of reevaluate from there. Okay, so that, like I said, there is a degree of confluence here. I'm not going crazy over this. I mean, if we go ahead and look at if we look at the delta, you know, we have at 6 billion in negative delta, which is chump change for BTC. That's really not a big deal. Yeah, nice area of liquidity here at about 29.5. Like I said, I think we could get it up to about 29.7-ish, maybe. Let's take a look here real quick. Take a look at the last 7 days. Yeah, so you can see we did kind of grab this area of liquidity here. There's a little bit more below us, which obviously has been added to. Let's go to the 1 month. I remember seeing a little bit of something there. Yeah, so we could see that we did grab this nice pocket of liquidity at about 29,300, and price is sort of course, having grabbed that liquidity, just stalling there. There really isn't a whole lot to the upside that I find enticing. You know, again, there's some of that stuff up, you know, 3,800-ish, 30.9. I'm certainly not holding my breath to get a move there. Like I said, I mean, I would maybe give it to like that 29.7, 29.7, 30K zone at most, but really, yeah, I mean, I'm not really holding out for like some massive pump to the upside. Okay. As of right now, I've entered a partial. I think there's potential here for a scalp. And you know, where does that scalp target? I'm going to start with, you know, the 618 of this harmonic. So at about, like I said, 29,775-ish, right? But again, I'm expecting a much larger move to the downside. All right. Any big move that we get up, I'm definitely going to look to short. Honestly, like my dream come true. If we did actually get a move up to here, I would short the absolute life out of it. Okay. Anywhere really like up in here, I would be like, okay, yeah, I want to short the absolute life out of this. And of course, that would be great for this long opportunity. But again, I very much doubt that we'll get that. Okay. I mean, what would even be nice if we actually did get up to here, stalled out, came back up, and then, you know, got to like this zone and at least like swept these highs here. That would be nice. I would definitely look to short that. But again, I'm not going to hold my breath. Right now, I'm going to wait and see how this area resolves. I do think that price has a little bit more resolution to go through in this zone. So far, holding a support, great. I'm going to treat it as support until proven otherwise. But with the FOMC meeting, you know, we always expect kind of both sides to get wrecked. If we go into this and we haven't really resolved this zone here too much and we're still sort of ranging here, you know, FOMC meeting happens. If we get like a pump up to the upside, I'm going to be sure to close my long on whatever that pump is, because usually then we get the Darth Maul candle. You know, we close in the middle, take out both sides, and then price is going to go do whatever it was going to do in the first place. So just keep that in mind. I'm treating this long like a scalp. I'm going to be very aggressive with my take profit. So even if we don't reach my take profit zone, I'll probably close early, and I'm fine with not getting full profits on that. And, you know, any pump really, I'll be looking to short if I'm given a setup. I'm not just going to short if it keeps going up. I'm not going to keep shorting. But if we get maybe like a swing failure of this high here, if we, maybe create a deviation, or we, just some kind of a setup, whatever it might be, I'll definitely look to take it, right? All right, let's see. If you guys have any questions, do feel free to ask. I'm gonna keep this one really short. I don't see any reason to go beyond our 20-minute mark today. I think I covered everything that I'm keeping an eye on, and price has been developing really nicely with our macro short. Again, this zone, I'm not holding my breath out on. I'm not going to be like high conviction taking out a long position here. That said, there is potential for some kind of a reversal that I will, at the very least, look to scalp. Okay, like I said, I'm not going to go crazy over this and bet the whole portfolio on it. So keep that in mind. Again, I'm still eyeing that 27.2 zone. I think it's a really nice zone for some degree of a long opportunity. So we'll have to continue to take this day by day and, find opportunities as price continues to develop and give us more information. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask in the Discord. Otherwise, we'll just kind of wait and see how this develops, and keep in mind, this naked point of control is a really key area for me. Definitely don't want to see this low taken out. Okay. All right. Have a good rest of your day, guys. Thanks for joining me.